Hi, welcome back to part two of this two-part video series. And this is the exciting part. This is where we're going to make the chart. Um, so let's just separate these two sections. We have our stats where we put the stats onto the sheet, and then we put a nice border around them. That was awesome. Now we're going to add the chart. Okay. So when we're adding a chart, since we're embedding it on the sheet, we're gonna use a shape. So we just insert a shape, and we'll call it my chart equals shape, cast as shape, current sheet dot shapes, then add the chart. Let's see, add chart. Add chart. Add chart. I don't know why it's called add chart 2. That's kind of weird. Yeah. Maybe that one took over. I don't know. We'll try that one later. So, Excel chart type. And we are going to make look at all the ones you have to choose from. That's awesome. But we're going to use line chart. Excel line markers. Let's do that one. Line markers. Okay. Now we have to put it somewhere. Chair just creaks all over the place. So comma 275. Let's put it there. I wonder what happens if we add the 2 back in there. Comma. Top width height. We'll try it, and if it doesn't work, we'll go back to Excel chart 1. So, okay. So this is the object. Top. Now we need the width. Let's make it 50. Now, oh no, left top. Yep, top. 400, comma 300. And I still don't like that. Okay, yeah, I like this better. Okay, see, there's only, so they must have added some functionality on add chart 2, and why they just didn't just add to add chart, I don't understand. So you get chart type from the left, from the top, the width, and the height of it. Okay? And you can mess around with these values if you want. Add chart 2 is chart left and top, width, height, object, new layout. Now something to explore later. We don't need it. Okay. Okay. So we need to set it to the chart. We need to set it to the data. Or yeah. Chart, and set the source data to the data cells, comma up, data cells, comma plot by. Let's just do a type. I'm missing. There we go. Okay. sometimes I just don't know what to put in these things, even though it's there. I just don't know, and so I kind of just put type in dot missing, and it always works. And there's not very good documentation on what you need to put in some of these, so um, just sometimes it works. It's kind of finicky, or I'm finicky. I don't know which one. Okay, so we got that done. Now we will need to set the x-axis to data, or also just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Our bogus data starts out at 3, so we'll know it's different that way. So var series, let's call it series original, equals cast as a series, there we go, my chart dot series collection 1. So we need to get a whole. Okay, so we got that. And series dot x values. So we're naming that yeah, we're just naming the series on there to series original. Okay. And then we'll set that equal to serial numbers. Okay. And now let's put the series, the whole thing, dot name equals, let's put that equals to like bogus numbers. Bogus numbers. Okay. And let's see how we do. So, okay, let's start. I always like to kind of run it every once in a while. Make sure I'm not just messing up anything big time. And let's do the bogus data. Thui. And let's chart. Computer's doing something. Okay. So, right. Okay. So we got our little table there, and then we got our data, or our chart. A lot of white space down here. And it's bogus numbers. It's looking good. Okay. So we named that series, and it took the title and named it the title. So let's change the title. Let's change title. Let's move this down. Let's get rid of this output. Get some more real estate. There we go. So change title. Let's see. My chart dot has title equals true. I don't know if it still does this, but it used to, if I changed the chart title, it would if I didn't put that in there, it would crash, and I don't think it probably does anymore, but you know, they made a lot of changes to this. Chart title equals, so we had bogus numbers for the series name. Let's do bogus chart. That's different enough, right? Okay. It doesn't like that. Yeah, okay. Text. There we go. Okay. And we don't need to take a look at that right now. And so, well, we might as well. Okay. at a time, right? And here we go. Bogus chart, and bogus numbers is a series. Pretty cool. Alright, and that's really how you make a chart. I'm going to go through and just do some more stuff, and like let's clean up some of that white space, I guess, and do some of that stuff. So let's get the diff for the max and the minimum. Let's see. You know, I bet we can either like original data array dot. What if we do a range on here now? Dot. Let's look through here. We got max and min. Okay, let's just do it that way. So we want the differential between them, the max and min. You know, I bet we could have done that with the range too. I think the range of the range, but we got the array here. So dot max. Dot max minus original data array dot min. Okay. Okay, and let's get a hold of that y-axis. Y-axis equals axis. Oops, come on. My chart dot chart dot axes. I don't know why they do that. Axis, axes. That's plural. I don't know. XL axis type dot XL value comma XL axis group dot XL primary. Okay, so that gets a hold of, yep, of the y-axis, up and down, of our chart, and we are going to have to, well, we'll figure out the minimum y-axis dot, now we got all these nice things here. Okay, go to min scale. I'll let you explore. Original data array dot, excuse me, min. Let's see, minus let's go down point like 5% of the diff max min times diff max min. Okay, so this will set the min scale 5% below the minimum of there. And you could set to wherever you want. Whatever looks best, you think. Okay, so let's try that. And you can, of course, do this to the top, but let's just see how it looks. And maybe it just looks alright. The point is you get to see how it, how it's done. Okay. Oh, yep, see? Now it took it from 0 and moved it up to 12.05. And we get all our nice data in here. And we could do it above there, but let's go down to some more different stuff to do. You could just repeat this at y-axis point max scale equals original data plus 0.05 times max. Okay, so next we're going to let's add average to the chart, and then we go a double. Let's see, average, mean, whatever. Let's call it mean array. This is kind of cool since we have the chart. Let's throw another line in there. That's for the just for the average. Okay. So let's just fill up this array with the same number over and over again, the size of our data cells, and that way we have another set of data, the same length, and there's an easy way to do that. We could do a for loop or a while loop or whatever kind of loop we want, but there's also another way. We do a enumerable dot repeat, but if you're more comfortable doing them, not reverse. See, it's not knowing what I'm thinking. If you're not comfortable doing this, just do your for loops. They're fun to practice. I like doing them. Original data array and dot average. I think we figured this out somewhere too. And now we want to make it comma s row count and -1. And dot to array. So that would do it. I think average A was that. I think we do that, but average A it is. Okay, same thing. This way though will probably be a lot faster since it's not having to calculate that every time, but messing with arrays, especially one-dimensional arrays in C# is really quick. It's actually optimized to do that. So it still would take longer than actually just pulling this value out. So, okay. So we got that, and now we want to var and we want to add extra series equals series collection, cast it as a series collection, and then my chart dot series collection. Okay, we got a new collection. Now we want to do both the new series. So we're going to do a series with an average, and then we're going to do a series like 3 standard deviations up, just for fun. Var, let's call it X bar series. I love it when I hit those buttons. X bar series equals That's not right. Extra series dot new series. And I hit it again. Okay. Now we want to create our 3 positive standard deviation equals extra series dot new series. And let me tell you something about this right here. If you start messing around with this series before you initiate this series won't show up on your chart if you're wondering why that happens. Okay, it's like, okay, you start messing with the marker style, the name of the series. This series won't show up, even though if you do all that stuff in here. So don't do that. I don't know why. It's just a weird thing. When I first started working with this, I would just create a new series collection for every new series, and I'm always like, well, why can't I do that? Well, I was always messing with this series before I initiated this series, and it wouldn't show up. So now I know if you do these right now, before you start messing with them, they'll be there. Okay? So, we have those done. And now let's start messing with the X-bar series. The mean, the average, whatever you want to call it. X-bar series dot, let's do marker style. There's so many things you can explore and do with this, but just know that sometimes where you place things will mess stuff up, and there's other methods and other things in here that can get messed up by where you place them, and it's just trial and error. If you're like banging your head trying to figure out, well, why isn't that working, change it to a different spot and it will work, or can work, not guaranteeing anything. XL marker style dot, we're going to give it none. Okay. X bar series dot name equals average. I like to call them X bar once in a while too. That's kind of fun. Got a weird definition of fun. Okay. So now let's do the line weight. X bar series dot format dot line dot weight. Okay. So you set it to 2. That's fine. That's acceptable. Let's set it to 2.5. Nope, can't do that. Why not? Well, it's a float, so you either have to cast it as a float, like this, like this. And it's telling them, yeah, that's a float. You cannot implicitly figure out that it is a float, or you just put the F at the end. Whichever one, just know that you have to do that. And if you ever see something that needs to be a float in here, that really tells you it does. Yep, float right there. Okay, tells you you have to do that. Okay. So let's set the X bar series, and we need to set the values. So values equals mean array, and that is, now we can, that does it for the mean average. So okay, you can also do change different weights of the line, whatever you want, your chart. Okay, so that got our average in there. Woohoo! Average value, so we can see that. Yeah, see, now we got some stuff wrong with the data, like there's that outlier right there, and This is also be suspect if I was looking at this data. Why are all these below the average, like a shifted population there? But we're not looking at that. I just kind of saw that. Um, how it alternates too is kind of funky. Okay, now I don't want to do that. Let's just stop it. There we go. Stop it. Now, double. Let's start working on our 3 standard deviation. Double VSTO array equals. Okay, we're gonna do the enumerable. Can I say that? Enumerable dot repeat. However you want to do this, as long as we had an array full of the same value over and over again with the length of s row count -1 because it's an array. So dot. Let's do this. Average A plus 3 standard deviations. Trying to hit tab. Let's see, plus 3 standard deviations, comma, s row count dot, oh no, s row count -1 to string. And what do we have wrong with this? Average A. Oh, not to string, to array. There we go. I like that much better. Sometimes you'll go around and around with this stuff for hours, walk away from it next morning. Oh yeah, this works. Okay, let's do the marker style. 3 standard let's see. 3 positive standard deviations. There we go. Yep, screwed something up. 3 positive standard deviations dot marker style equals Excel marker style dot x marker style. Let's do dash. Now let's give it a name. Equals 3 standard devs. Okay, we got the name. Now let's do the 3 dot value equals. I like how my voice slows down. Okay, 3 standard deviation array. I set that. Okay. So it's 3 standard deviation. 3 positive standard deviations dot format dot line dot dash style equals Microsoft dot Office dot core dot MSO dash line style dot MSO line dash. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so this right here is saying it's gonna be a dash line. These are long bar markers. Okay, so let's keep going with that. If you want to make a shortcut up and using, that'd be cool. But yeah, I'm only using this once, so I don't care. Let's do this. 3 positive standard deviations dot format dot line dot for color dot RGB equals, let's go 155. Answer Excel color index dot, no, that's not it. I know there's a way to set it to the exact, to the color. I wonder if I have that written down somewhere. If I do, I probably have to search forever. So if you just bear with me for just a minute. I know I did it somewhere way back in my notes, but you know what? Probably just won't worry about it right now. And I can't find it. Points 1. And I'm sorry about this. I know there's a way just to set to actually say red. And I just don't remember how off the top of my head. And it's going to bug me. Let's see. No, okay. Yeah, some other time. If you guys figure it out, just put it in the comments below. 155, this just says that. Okay. That 4 there will just mess everything up. Okay, let's try this. Let's see what happens. I may be missing something here. I'm not the quickest video guy in the world. Okay, so it set it to kind of a reddish color. That's pretty good. Yeah. So we got our bogus data. And there's a 3 standard deviation line. Our data is actually set to the serial number, so that got set correctly. Let's see, and I want to just some guy, which is a really cool question, asked me if I could data bind this stuff to the data. Well, if you look at the chart, you actually, like, it is data bound to this chart. Oh, see, that went up. But since we're doing this other stuff for figuring out like C#, I don't think it can figure out to move that, because you know we're using that formula, the max minus min and times 0.05 to get to 12.05, and see that value we just set went way down here, and it won't calculate a new y-axis for us because it doesn't know how. So it just does the best it can, but it is data bound to that. Okay, I don't know if that answers your question, but there it is. Okay, so I have kind of a little bonus here. I like this. I just did this one day, and There's these things in statistical process control called Nelson rules, and you can look them up on Wikipedia if you want, or don't, whatever. Anyways, the first rule is if anything is above 3 standard deviations, it's a failure, or you got to assess what's wrong with the process or whatever. There's more rules, and I implemented all of them, and I actually did this SPC program a long time ago and implemented all of them, so it turned out pretty good, pretty cool. So let's just do, if one's past the 3 standard deviations, um, let's set it apart. So for int um, I equals 1, I is less than original data array dot length, and I plus plus. So I ended up, if any of you are familiar with Minitab, I ended up kind of recreating the 6-pack for SPC and data array. And I downloaded an evaluation version, Minitab, and I verified that my results were consistent or the same as that. So it worked out. Let's see. This just shows some of the stuff you can do with like C# and VSTO, putting it all together. Let's see, let's do series points. Oh, let's make a var series points equals series. And thanks for being patient with me. I know I'm probably kind of boring to listen to, and it's just I just kind of had fun working with VSTO, and it's very frustrating though. I think the learning curve is really steep if you have to learn this from scratch. I mean, there's not very many really good resources. There are a lot of resources out there. I just don't think they have like snippets of what you want to do, and hopefully this helps you out and get you going if you want to try and get started in this. Series origin dot points I plus 1, and I have no idea why my videos last so long. Series points. What the heck did I do that for? It's not reading my mind. Series points dot marker XL RGB color dot. Yeah, this is where I had that. So RGB red. All right. What if we do that up here? XL RGB color dot red. Let's make it purple. Well, if you want to do it that way, so that would just be a way to maybe we can cast it. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Okay, but yeah, you can just put the number down too, because the number is. Oh, is that right? Okay, yeah, let's try that. Okay. And go to THUI and chart the bogus. Ah, what is going on here? Marker back. Gowned color. Yeah, why would it work? Can't spell right. Mac background. I bet that works better. I don't know why IntelliSense is over. No, no, no. I don't want to disable that. That would be awful. Try it one more time. THUI. Chart bogus. Aha, it worked. Okay. Now let's see what happened here. Okay. Oh, so change it to purple. Awesome. So now you see the dots, dots, dots. Oh, it fails. It marked it red. Beautiful. And everything else looks good. And what's nice is you can mark, you can do other charts and put another one over here, another one down here, and make your 6-pack or 6 or 7 or one big one, or you can even do that chart sheet. I just not a big fan of the chart sheet one. I just that was fun to throw out there. Let's see. If you want to chart an array, I've always found that difficult. And so what I do when I want to chart an array, I'll take and I'll fill up cells over like in, over here, wherever. I'll fill up cells over there with the data from the array. I name that a range, and then I'll chart that. I've tried over time to chart arrays; they just don't chart. What ends up happening is when you set the data to the array, it ends up charting this. It'll chart this. It'll even chart some points from this if you have those up there, and then it'll chart your array data. So it charts it, but yeah. So I end up sticking it over here, and you set the. I forget how to do that. If anybody remembers how or knows how to do that, you set like your cursor over here so it doesn't fly over to the other side of the page. And people don't know the data is over there, so it looks fine. Like I did a histogram. I put all the data over there. Then I did I did the histogram, normal distribution line right over the top of it, just to show what a normal distribution of the data looked like. And so that's how I do it. If somebody knows how to do arrays directly, that would be cool, but that's alright if you don't. It doesn't matter. Follow my workaround. If you have any questions and I'm able to answer them, I'm not a software engineer, I'm an electrical engineer, so I just kind of wanted to learn how to do this. So I spent some nights while my daughter was playing hockey and in the cold of South Dakota, sitting there and doing VSTO, learning it. Hope I've been a resource. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.